go back. So Greg's leaving the show, but
You had a good run, kid.
let's face it, we're all surprised you made it this far. No, so you guys all got some rest, and it is now the 12th of Nyarnix, also known as Lyronis Day here in the Empire. What does your morning look like?
You said it's the 6th?
Nope. I said it was the 12th.
12th. Okay, sorry.
I definitely think Brielle goes to do her morning stretch, but remembers that Wren is now staying in bed with her, so she like diverts it a bit. And then she's just like, morning, Wren.
She's just gonna kind of like, she wakes up fairly groggily, and she sits up, and her hair is just kind of like a mess on one side. Did you sleep well?
Oh, I pretty much sleep well every time I go to bed.
Oh.
Don't you? Once my head hits a pillow, I'm out.
I guess in that regard, I do sleep well. You never have like bad dreams or anything like that?
Well, I have the visions, but I haven't had those in a while. And I guess they could be nightmares when they tell me that, the fate of the world rests on me and I could die if the gods find out that I'm part of it, so.
Maybe not the best thing to bring up first thing in the morning. I apologize.
Oh, no, that's okay. That's okay. I can't remember what I dreamed about last night, though. Maybe I should start writing them down as soon as I get up, although I just got up now. I'll think about it. Maybe it'll come to me later. Do you have a dream?
It's more like I've been replaying recent events over in my mind, not really dreaming about anything.
Good things or bad things?
I suppose a bit of both. Though, I'll be honest that since we've set off to the Empire, that every day has been kind of tainted a little bit. The going back and forth, not knowing if I'm going to succeed here and get my freedom, losing sight of it once already along the way was not pleasant.
We just have one more day to get through, right?
Shanks, does it feel that way to Wren? Like, does it feel like that's the end of it? Or because the whole goal is to get her father in this position, right?
Give me an insight check in the tower.
Okay.
It's very unclear where you stand with Seraphine after today.
My mother's a difficult person to read, and she's prone to having plans that don't require my input. So I don't know if today is the only day. And of course, we have to be successful.
Mm-hmm. Which we will. I won't talk.
Well, you might want to do some talking. It is polite to do.
I know, but I don't know what to talk about with these people. You think they're going to want to talk about, I don't know, tools and blacksmithing and like the difference between hilts? I don't think so.
Well, our goal here is to gather information that we can use. You're pretty excited about learning about people. Why don't you just focus on asking them more about them when they reveal something about themselves?
I can do that.
And I think you'll be fine.
Okay. Can I go around with you maybe for a little bit to kind of see how you do things, and then you can send me off on my own?
Of course.
Okay.
After all, I do expect to dance with you.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
It's kind of our first big party together. Be fun, no?
Yeah. It's gonna be my first dance.
I think Wren is like, oh, whoops. Oh, is it really?
Well, yep.
I suppose you
I
wouldn't
lived
have
with mom
had.
and dad. They dance together, and like I mean, there's only so much you can like teach a 6-year-old that doesn't want to sit still. I don't know.
Well, then is it okay that that your first dance is with me, or would you
Why
rather
wouldn't it
save
be?
that? I don't know. Perhaps
Is it supposed to be special?
it could be.
Well, it will be if it's with you.
All right.
I wish it was you, but it's okay. I know it's you.
I think Wren has a little thought, but then she's gonna tuck that away for later.
Do you think the boys are up?
I'm sure Rhowan is. I can never say with Bastion.
Speaking of, let's cut to Rhowan. Your mornings generally start sooner than everyone else's, given that you trans. What's Rhowan's morning look like?
They've been starting pretty similarly. We need to make sure the wyverns get a lot of exercise, get them some breakfast, get me some breakfast, and Rhowan has been meditating a little bit on what spells he might want to bring today for this particular purpose. It's taking a little bit longer than usual to prepare in the morning.
Any insight into Rhowan's thinking?
No, I'm still reading his spells.
Fair enough. Well, he has a relaxing, slow start as he prepares the wyverns and himself. Bastion, what's your morning look like? You're back in the villa.
Yeah, he wakes up comfortable, which is probably pretty nice. I think he's not much for praying necessarily, but he is going to just take the little vial that he has hanging at his neck and just kind of send some thoughts and be like, all right, I'm going into a storm of a different kind tonight. I need any help I can get. I don't know if you are listening. I don't know if you can listen, but I'm still trying to find a way to you. So any help you could give me would be absolutely lovely.
Give me an Arcana check, please.
I'm good at those now because I'm smart.
You're smart.
I might not be good at those.
It's not great. But you do feel your resolve steal a little bit, and you don't know if it's just the positive thinking or if there's actually something helping you along. But you feel maybe undeservedly confident about today.
Oh no, Bastion always deserves confidence. Once that's all done, he'll probably head to the main area and grab some breakfast and that kind of stuff too.
All right. Well then, let's assume you all convene at that stage.
Don't need to RP it, but I think Wren would check in on Rabkin as well before heading to breakfast.
Well, Rhowan's been taking very good care of your children. All the wyverns seem very healthy and very happy.
Just gonna rise them up a little bit, like just get them all riled up.
Yep, you do that. He is riled.
Yep.
But you all convene in the dining hall. As usual, a way more extravagant than necessary breakfast is laid out for you.
Yeah, Wren grabs a plate and starts putting stuff on one, and she's looks over everyone and says, "So, how are we feeling about the day ahead of us?"
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I don't really know what to expect.
Bren and I are gonna dance.
That's quite nice. I don't know if I know the kinds of dances they'll do here, but I'm sure I'll pick them up.
Is that because you're from the country?
Now, who told you that?
You said it.
All right, I did, didn't I? Well, I think it's more so I'm just not usually in the highbrow society.
You think I am?
You know, that's fair. I don't quite know.
I'm not.
You carry yourself well.
Well, yeah, I did do better in etiquette lessons, so.
All right, that was a low blow.
I'm just kidding. And she like pushes you and she doesn't realize her strength. She pushes a little too hard in the shoulder.
You know, you got to be careful with that. If I was Wren, she'd be against the wall.
Nah, she's good. She'd like dodge out of the way or like turn into a goblin so that like I wouldn't be able to hit her or something like that, you know?
Sure. Oh dear. All I know is I have to seduce a man tonight, so that's going to be fun.
Yeah. What do I need to do tonight, Wren?
You had some pretty good ideas.
Well, like you said, I don't think anybody's going to be bringing their landscaping with them.
I thought you were turning into something.
A spider or a fly?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to spend the whole party that way, just buzzing around.
Well, we had talked about perhaps getting Brielle to get people onto a topic and then you linger around afterwards and relaying information to us. That would be helpful. And I don't quite know. It's been a while since I've been to one of these things. I don't know what we'll have access to there as well. So we might have to play some things by ear.
Are there certain topics you think that I should like purposely bring up? I don't know if they talk about like their political views. I can really carry a conversation, but I can listen and I can ask them to elaborate.
We were told that the Drindles were keeping it pretty under wraps, right? That there was going to be a new Minister of Commerce.
Yeah, she has not made an official announcement that she's intending to retire. And given that she is Elven, theoretically she could be going on for another 500-600 years without any concern. But there are people who know, and it's people who are close and paying attention.
I could also just like ask those two families, if you give me questions like, oh, hey, how do you feel about this? I could ask them that, but it could be like, I don't know, something bad, right? Like, how do you feel about, well, I can't think of anything right now, but like, how do you think about magic? It's really stupid, isn't it? And then they have to like reply. And then if they say things that aren't nice about it, then we got them. And then they talk about it after it's there.
We got him, ladies and gentlemen.
Isn't magic stupid? And then we got him.
Yeah.
It's fully morning, okay? Our brain hasn't started yet. It's still fooding.
Well, we are trying to get information about these two families who are interested in taking over this role that primarily has to do with trade. And we have, some experience with that ourselves. Ask them how things are going in terms of trade outside of the Empire with all the stuff happening with the churn. We could
I
at
can
least
do that.
We could at least gauge if they are,
Affected?
yeah,
Okay.
if they're affected, if they're thriving in the situation, if perhaps
A way to get through it? That would help us.
exactly, we would know what we're working with.
Okay, that'll be my job. I can do that.
Shanks,
Mm-hmm.
do you have the names? Actually, I think you gave me those. I have the names for the people that were in the dockets. Are those the same people that are running?
No.
Or no? Okay.
Okay, here, let me, I'll share it with you in the Discord, but so you have, I have outlined basically the 6 tasks that are ahead of you right now. And they are gain favor with Ilarius Drindle, gain support from Thadridan Drindle, remove Helia Mirvain of Redmont from the running of being Minister of Commerce, remove Arvindor Morel of Corman from the running, investigate Grayson Talmir of Humbrick for Thadridan, and investigate Harold Duskrin of Talisford for Thadridan. Those are your tasks.
All right. Right. I do have the details about what I'm investigating, so that should be fine.
Yes. And you have the full day, which will probably take several sessions. So
Oh, okay.
it is, it is a marathon, not a sprint at this stage. Though you do want to try to get everything completed, otherwise you will have to fall back on Seraphine's backup plan to gain favor, which
And we don't know what that is.
We don't want
you
that.
don't know
Nope.
what that is. And she's hesitant to use it, but will if she's desperate.
Yeah.
Right. And Wren is the one who knows about the 2 investigate tasks. Yeah.
Yes, Wren is the only one that has those. Now you're free to communicate it with them, but they can't read the brief that was coded to you.
Okay. And Seraphine was like, no, don't tell me.
Yeah, she didn't want,
Also denied
she doesn't, yeah, exactly. She doesn't want to be accused of prying into business he's conducting and therefore ruin relations before they get the recommendation from his mother.
Okay. Is there anyone here? Like, are we being served? Is there staff around?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah, there is staff here.
she's going to establish a mental connection then. I have something private I would like to speak with you all about as well.
Okay.
And then she establishes the mental connection and she says, I've been tasked with another job here, and I know that the last time that I've been tasked with another job, it caused a little bit of issue in the group because I didn't say anything. Now, this also, it isn't something that my mother's asked us to do either. It's something that I'm doing for someone else. I've been tasked with finding out information on Grayson Talmir and Harold Duskrin.
And who are they?
She'll describe them. and whatever details that she can give. And I've been told that there is a leak on the council, something that could be seen as treason. And they've narrowed it down to these two families, and so that's why these two people are being investigated. I'm supposed to find some sort of lead or proof about their connection to this leak. I don't exactly know how to go about it, but I do know that it would be beneficial if you happen to run into either of these two people to maybe gauge if they are the type to have reason to say things that they ought not to. Maybe pride, ego, that's apparent to you.
Okay.
Maybe just a little bit of a heavier hand on the drink. Anything that can help me narrow it down further.
Sure, we can do that. You said one of them was Grace and Telmir?
Yes.
The person I think I'm supposed to be hitting on is Tormir, or Tormund Telmir, if I've got that right. Maybe he knows a little bit about Grayson's behaviors or dealings or something like that. Kill two birds with one stone.
That would be helpful. The person that I'm doing this for was someone that helped me get you back into the palace, so it would be in our best interests, I think.
I see. Of course.
I think that's all she'll need to say through that link, and out loud she says, I suppose you guys don't know a whole lot about my father, Draeven. His goal, for as long as I can remember, is becoming the Minister of Commerce on the Council of Kingdom. He is currently the Master of Trade. And he's not the warmest man, so I don't know that he has exactly the friendly rapport with people, but you've seen my mother. You've seen the respect, at least, that she has been able to garner for herself over the years. I suspect we don't want to pull on my family ties too much at this party, but it is beneficial for you to know the key players.
Will you point him out so that we know not to talk to him?
I guess she would expect that Draven's going to be at this party.
Yes.
Okay. She's going to no, she's not going to do that in front of the servants. I'll point him out to you.
Okay.
I'm almost certain that my mother has perhaps whispered in his ear a little bit about something happening.
That's good. That's good. I just figure it'll save us time if we don't go talk to him and then try and get stuff out of him, and then figure out after the fact who he is.
That's fair. How much longer until the party, Shanks?
It is already underway. I was just about to say that as you're discussing this, you hear the front doors opened and some greetings from outside the dining room. And a moment later, in a very fine ceremonial uniform, Aerolith arrives. Morning, kiddo. Yeah, like the new digs?
Look great on you.
Yeah, that's what I said. Your parents are expecting you at the Palace Gardens.
Right, I suppose we should get dressed then.
I'd say you might want to get on that, yeah.
All of us, or just me?
Oh, I think you'll all want to be there.
Maybe I don't need to point him out to you after all, Brielle.
That's even better.
So you all get ready for this fancy day of celebration at the palace.
We get cunty.
Yeah. Do I look cunty enough in this? I'm not sure. Should I wear my underwear or not? You can kind of see it through these cutouts I have on my hips.
Yeah, you might want to get rid of those.
There we go. It's gonna be a little uncomfortable, but I guess it'll look better. Okay.
We're all gagged now.
Disadvantage on everything.
Yeah.
Mhm. Bastion's just gonna bark when he sees her.
Oh Lord. Hello?
Well, yeah. You all reconvene in your party gear and you head out with Aerolith at the head. She takes you into the palace grounds, and you can see here now that it's almost like overnight the entire landscape of the palace has changed. There's areas that are like gated off, and you can see a lot more of the general public on palace grounds than you would normally see. But there's definitely areas that are being controlled and where people are still restricted from going. And all down here, you've got a number of vendors that are not selling things but giving them away. And there's food and drink everywhere. Even at this early hour in the morning, there is alcohol flowing. But people are being restrained here on the palace grounds. At least so far, no one seems to be getting out of line in any kind of way. But you also see these massive, murals depicting the Emperor's great triumphs over the centuries that he's ruled. And it's almost like you can't go more than 5 minutes without seeing another massive painting of some great accomplishment.
So, because we already know that the Empress and the Emperor had some sort of romantic story that also involved them fighting alongside each other, the Emperor was also similarly battle oriented.
Yes. Yeah. Both kingdoms were ruled by a king or queen, in her case, that was expected to lead the forces on the battlefield. He was well renowned for his tactical mind and his creative use of mixing classes in battlefield situations. So whereas most armies at the time, and in fact still now, might have a unit of pikemen, he would have a unit of pikemen backed by a particular magical support that made them more efficient. And mixing in spellcasters with combatants in different areas is kind of what gave him the upper hand in a lot of his battles.
Very cool.
I think Brielle's just so taken in by all that, the battle and the paintings and everything, and she just spends a little bit longer, and I feel like everyone kind of walks a couple steps off, and she's realizes they've walked and catches up, and then another thing catches her eye, and she's like, wow, look at this part, I can't wait to get to this part in the story, Wren. Yeah.
But as you continue on, the palace proper, the main structure of the central palace, comes into view as you round a corner. And for three of you, this is a first sighting, and it is massive. It goes so far up into the sky that parts of it are obscured by cloud. And its footprint is like that of a mountain, and it is rather spectacularly adorned at the moment with colored magical lanterns hung like every 6 feet or so. The thing is constantly changing color, shifting through gradients, and it kind of gives off this weird like prismatic rainbow effect as you look it over. And soon after seeing that, you notice the wide open palace gardens, where there are topiaries of every shape and size, massive hedge maze, big, perfectly manicured lawns, decorated with tables and chairs and drinks and things set up. And you can see at the far end, there is a particularly raised table where you can see only two seated at it. Immediately you recognize these two. And a little bit closer to you are a couple of very large, very ornate looking tables. And you immediately recognize Seraphine, if no one else, and other members of the council seated at several of these tables.
To apologize to Rhowan for knocking your plant idea earlier.
I prepared the spell anyway.
Perhaps they can keep an ear on.
I think might have some fun conversations.
All right. As you draw near to the table, for those of you who do not recognize this man, you see seated next to Seraphine is a fairly rigid-looking elven man, blonde hair, blue eyes, very fine formal attire. His back could not be straighter if it was made of steel, and he is seated and listening very intently to an elven woman who looks rather mature, but certainly not, you wouldn't call her old. She looks very wise, very serene, very beautiful, long white hair. She has that dimpled chin that all the Drindles seem to have. And she is going on in some detail about the changes expected in the economic market in the next decade. You can see that Seraphine acknowledges Elrin's approach, but doesn't make any move to speak to you or to interrupt the conversation. Also seated at that table is Thadridan, a few seats down, Bearskull, and a couple visiting council members from other regions that, Wren, you probably recognize, but maybe don't remember. But you know they're not central here. As they're talking, and she continues to muse about the expected shifts, you hear her say something to the effect as you draw near, that one in her position must always be able to predict these shifts in imperial need, or by the time it arises, it'll likely be too late to make the changes needed. And there's a lot of agreement around the table, and someone chimes in, "This is the beginning of Lyronis Day. Do we really want to spend the whole time discussing economics in our work?" And at that, Draeven immediately says, "Yes, I suppose there's a time and a place for this. I too sense a shift coming, and I would love to discuss my plans with you this afternoon." And you can see that Ilarius gives him a nod of agreement, and the subject changes. Is Elrin planning to make his approach?
Yes, and I think any one that Elrin clocks, they're also kind of relaying that to the others, like just kind of putting names to faces as they go.
Okay, as you make your approach, can you also just give me a perception check, please? Actually, anyone can, but Wren's really the only one with any context, but by all means. Okay, Wren misses it. Rhowan does not.
Also, Brielle should have another advantage.
Oh, thanks.
Bastion actually catches it as well, though doesn't quite make it out. At the close of that conversation, Bastion, you see Draeven look at Seraphine, her eyes meet his, and he makes a gesture that just seems kind of out of place. Rhowan, you actually catch what he's doing. You see him, he looks at her, he draws a finger across his cheek, and then runs it down his ear, and then leans back into his seat. And it's very clear he's signaling her something. Of course, you don't know their code. But with a fucking 30 to perception, yes, you fucking caught it.
I see it. God knows what it means, but I saw you do that.
So yeah, as you close the distance, you hear Seraphine's voice come in a little bit softer than maybe any of you have ever heard except for Wren. Oh, would you look? Elrin's joined us with his friends. And you see a lot of interested faces turn in your direction. And Ilarius goes, oh, that's right. Elrin was away helping my boy. How did that go, Elrin?
I got to know your boy quite well, actually. I think it went... We got along very well, and I think our mutual goals have been mostly accomplished.
I have heard that. Is it true that you've actually managed to personally escort a shipment of Galderite into the Empire?
Oh God, I'm like, does Elrin like take responsibility for that, despite the fact that I think it'll look better on the family if she's like not owning up to any fuck ups along the way. So she goes, yes, and my companions here were the ones who helped with that. In fact, we all worked with Drindle or Milton to some degree.
That's so nice to hear. You know, I'm very proud watching this next generation take the reins of the future.
I expect that Milton is also proud of his accomplishments and cannot wait to get back home.
Well, he has been away for some time. It would be nice to have him return, if even for a while. How is he faring out there?
It's very successful, actually, and making a lot of progress on putting down some firm roots for the Drindle family, I think.
That's good to hear. Some would say that Cadence would be, well, the realm of the future, though I still think that there's no point in letting go of the old ways of the Empire.
You always need a firm heart, something to go back to.
Couldn't agree more. You've done very well, Seraphine. And you see Seraphine gives her a nod, and she's like, I can't take all the credit, of course. Draeven is a very stern lecturer and has brought him up in the ways of wisdom and knowledge. And good.
He's taught me a lot on my journeys. I don't think I could have accomplished half of what I did without his teaching.
I would like for you to make a persuasion check, please.
Not deception, because I'm lying my ass off. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and use my psychic thing as well.
Okay.
So, you know.
But that's a good point. I would like you to give me a deception as well.
Okay. Actually, I don't even know if this needs to be in the tower, does it?
Yeah, let's do it in the tower.
Okay.
Okay. You see Draven smile, a very small smile, and says, "Yes, I'm quite proud of what my boy has accomplished in the short years he's been out and about." And there seems to be some agreement, and whoever it is sitting next to Draven, a very broad-shouldered elf, dark hair, done up very, very elaborately, uh, except for the extremely tight clothing by like face alone, you might struggle to identify what gender this person's going for, as they're very much in the middle. And however, the extremely tight and revealing clothing reveals a very masculine body. And he says, "Well, that is quite something. I would hope to hear some stories from these curious little adventurers partnered up with our dear Elrin." And there's some like nodding in agreement, these little break-off conversations kind of happening. And then at that, Seraphine slowly places things down on the table, rises very gently and delicately so as not to stir anyone, and she says, "I think that's a wonderful idea. I'll make the arrangements myself, but if you'll excuse me, there is something I'd like to discuss with my son." And she steps away from the table, and it's a very long table, so she has to walk all the way around to come to you. But
It's
as
like
she-
when you're like you're holding your hand up, but you do it too soon.
Except in this case, it's extra awkward because she has to walk all this distance away from you first, and then come all the way back down the other side. But as she makes her approach towards you, you see her angle away from the table ever so slightly, so that you can meet in the middle, away from the rest of the group. Once you are together with her, she lowers her voice and leans in, and she says, "I don't know how much of that you've heard, but Thaloris is obviously..." Lost the word. I hate when right at the end of the sentence. She is testing everyone at the table to see who might have the same predictions for the economic future as she does. We've skillfully managed to push that conversation till later, but I'm going to need you to get a peek at her ledger.
And this was kept on her.
Sorry?
And actually, did she pull just me aside?
No,
Oh,
if the whole group came, like, because she didn't pull, she kind of met you. So if everyone walked, that's fine. She wouldn't have objected.
Just to be precautious, I'm going to kind of just be like, "Oh, that's fascinating," but in her mind, I'm going to then be like, "Is this ledger kept on her?"
Just so I understand, did you form a connection with everyone?
Yeah. She did say that she wanted us all connected during the party, so
Yes, and you've managed to get 10 hours, which is nice. You can see she smiles and then changes the subject that she is speaking out loud to something very innocuous. She's probably discussing the wardrobe that everyone is wearing. And simultaneously, she is speaking in her mind to you. And she says, "No, I suspect it's in her office, which is heavily warded. You're going to have to be careful. Go to my place at the villa. There is the fucking hell, my brain. I need hormones, guys. My workshop. In the third drawer down on the right, there is an item. I'm sure one of your friends can attune to it. It would allow you to temporarily remove abjuration. It is a special item I had made up years ago to avoid suspicion when we need to get into places.
Sorry, the door just flew open.
Go for it. Go for it. Our kids don't know how to close a door, so.
I think Brielle, since she's on this, would just be like, what does the item look like? Or is it the only item in the drawer?
It definitely is not. So she explains that it looks like a little rod with a circular, what's the word I'm looking for? Almost like a medallion-shaped kind of head on it, with two wings that go down and two wings that go up out of it. It has a blue handle, and the metal on it is gold. And all you need to do is be attuned to it, have it on you. Doesn't even need to be in your hand necessarily. But any abjuration should not work on you while you wield it.
I think that would be very convenient for some of the ways I can get access to things.
Very much so.
You think it'll work if it's melded into my form?
Druids. Yes, as long as you're attuned to it, it should work. Never tested it.
Well, we'll learn something new either way.
I wouldn't be sending you if I didn't think it would work, so we should be fine on that front. And then, like, out loud, you hear, and Brielle, how nicely you fill out my dress. And
Really? And she like does a little twirl for her. She's all excited.
Yes, and I see that you understood the need to not overburden your body with clothing while you wear it.
We're all
Ellen told me
noticing.
it looked weird.
And now you're realizing you don't know how long ago it was that she was wearing that dress and
Yep.
in the same situation.
Yep.
She said they're self-cleaning. It's fine.
That's true. That's true. Nothing sticks to it, so you're fine.
I'm stealing this dress.
I'm not sure how long we can keep her at bay. She enjoys talking work more than anything, so the sooner we can get this information to Draeven, the better.
I will make haste.
Good.
The other thing that might buy a little bit of time, I hear there's going to be some new shipments of a certain type of metal coming here that had been stopped for some time. I don't know if that's widely available knowledge. Not the Galderite. I can't remember, and I've been frantically trying to find it. The other metal that we found in the
Nephrine.
place. Yeah, that's the one. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know if too many people know about that, and
Well,
could shift
no.
things.
We might factor that into his response to her. That's a good point, though I have been keeping it somewhat under wraps. I don't want the value of her Nephilim to spike too early into our process.
Of course. I mean, if you'd like, you could claim that you're the sole recipient of it. I'd be willing to make a deal with you.
Interesting play, Bastion. Make a persuasion check.
If you,
This is smart, Bastion. It's dangerous. I will use one of my advantages if I need to.
You will not need to, surprisingly. You see her mouth twist just a little bit for like just a fraction of a second. You are more shrewd than I thought you. I will be amenable to that. We'll work out the details later.
Of course. In the meantime, we'll get this ledger for you.
Very good. Well then, also in the meantime, Elrin, do be nearby. We do want to regale them with tales of your adventure.
I will make my appearance and father's good parenting knowledge to everyone here.
Good. Crap, there was another thing I wanted to say here. What was that? Shit. Man, my brain is really doing a struggle today.
Take it down.
Yeah. She wants you to stay following a train of thought right now. She wants you to stay and regale them stories when you can, and my brain is just dying on me. Okay, don't worry about it. I'll call back to it when I need to. Oh, she does tell you that she would like to make sure that you keep this connection up throughout the day, and that should you need her to assist magically with things throughout the day, with whatever it is you are planning to do, whether for her or for Thadridan, that she can be available. Do not hesitate to reach out to her if you need her help. She has ways of assisting you without being away from the party, though she does have to remain present and accounted for throughout most of the day.
All right.
Now, before someone thinks me rude, I should return to the table.
Yeah, Wren will just give like a polite bow. So the party's just kind of happening out in this like garden area then?
That's the thing, is it's kind of happening everywhere
All over.
all at once. Like, it's all over the place, depending on who you are and your status and your connection dictates where you can actually be during the party. But the celebration is empire-wide. Everywhere in the palace grounds and the city is celebrating in some way, shape, or form. A big part of the population of the city is here on the palace grounds right now. Yeah, it's just kind of, it's this huge thing. Everything is shut down except for party business. So it's just sort of an expectation that, I see you snickering, that everyone celebrates Lyronis Day. The only person who genuinely does not like celebrating Lyronis Day is Emperor Lyronis.
I get that. It's like the person that hates their birthday being celebrated, but everyone else is like singing happy birthday.
And in fact, if you were to glance up at the Emperor right now, he's looking very bored, and even with his very hot Empress wife leaning on to him and holding his hand and whispering in his ear, he's just staring out at the horizon, like, please let this day be over.
Is it rude to wave to him?
Elrin could tell you that no, it would not necessarily be considered rude. It'd be weird, but
Just cheer him up a little, you know?
is that what Brielle's gonna do?
Yeah, if she's told like it's not weird, if she's told it would be weird, then she won't do it because she's on her best behavior right now and she's scared. But
All right.
I
I
think
can hear Bastion just be like, there's a man who should be out conquering countries and is stuck here instead. I think I'd get along with him.
Also feel free to call upon me if we get too far from each other. I know that sometimes can feel a bit overwhelming getting dunked into all of these political conversations with details that perhaps you're unaware of. I do have faith in you all, but if you need me to step in, feel free to ask me to.
okay.
And if anybody sees any grass that overheard anything that you need me to talk to, do keep it in mind. I'm gonna go get that rod, was it?
Yeah.
And
That way Elvin can stay here. That's a good idea. Are you okay to go alone?
oh yeah, it'll be fine.
Okay.
Narrator, it wasn't fine.
All right, so we have our first breakaway. Rhowan, are you doing anything interesting along the way, or are you just walking back to the villa to get
I'm just walking back.
yeah, you managed to make the walk back. nothing impedes you. You work your way into her villa. You can see that one of the servants who is clearing the table from the massive breakfast that was laid out for her, despite the fact that she's now eating at the gardens, it kind of notices you inside and begins to walk towards you, and then the master of the house kind of steps between the two of you and just pushes him back, and he goes off to do his business, and then the door is closed. And you seem to find that wherever you're going in this house right now, doors are just closing around you.
That's weird.
Like, not magically. The servants are like, oh, and closing the door and being like, I don't want a part of this.
We're not supposed to see.
I will retrieve the object.
Yeah, it's not hard to find. You've seen her workstation as well, so it's sort of portable thing that comes out whenever she needs it is already deployed, and you can find in that bottom drawer, or that third drawer on the right, the item you're looking for. There's about a dozen other items that you immediately recognize as magical, though you don't know what they are. There is a coded language that has labeled each and every one of these things.
Staff of Power.
Ah, it's my pants.
No, if you open the next drawer down, there's like 7 of them in there.
Yeah, the bottom drawer that's quite long, yes, has 6 Staff of Powers in
That's just labeled staves of power in common.
it. It is not, unfortunately. It's also coded.
But we know it says staves of power, so we can break the code. I am going to spend the next hour attuning to that, so have party.
Yeah. So back at the gardens, Wren, you recognize the very broad-shouldered elven man, Harold Duskgren of Talisford, and his little entourage. In fact, several of the people in his entourage are in your little docket. They are his wife, his eldest son, and 3 pages that work with the family very closely. He has very elaborate hair that is sort of tied up at the middle of the top of his head and then runs down his back, almost to his hips. And everyone in his little entourage seems to be similarly styled. They're making their way to one of the tables for ministers, though certainly not the highest honor table where Seraphine and Draeven sit.
Does it seem like everyone here is just kind of like schmoozing with each other?
Yes.
Just kind of, okay. And I think, and I just want to say that Wren is pointing out people, so like anyone who's like with her knows.
Yeah, anytime I point out someone and describe them, you're sharing information.
Yeah. I just don't want to say that because sometimes they might be in like completely different areas and that won't apply, but when they're around, she's doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, she'll point out Harold and then she'll grab a drink. Are people like walking around with drinks like in hors d'oeuvres and stuff? Okay, then she's gonna grab a drink from a tray. Does she want to bring the others with her is a question. Okay, yeah, she'll say, I'm going to go say hi. You guys can come if you would like, or if you have other things that you need to tend to.
I think I want to learn from you just for a little bit longer, and then I'll go do my thing.
I wouldn't have minded looking through the hedge maze, but I'll save that for later.
Bastion gets lost immediately and spends the
Yeah,
whole
that's
party in there.
The entire session. Can't get into trouble.
Always
be
take Rhowan
surprised.
with you. The plants will tell you the way out.
Yeah. Genius.
In fact, most of the trouble that tends to happen at the palace grounds during Lyronis Day happens in the hedge maze.
Oh yeah, no, Bastion might end up there later.
Also, I would argue that the plants don't know the way out. They don't move.
Hmm, I heard it from that guy that it was that way.
It's
Yeah.
telephone.
Yeah. Can you ask the guy next to you which way's out?
They got it wrong.
Got it wrong.
I've been in this spot for 20 years. I have no idea.
I think Brielle will grab a drink too, just because she saw Wren do it. She'll feel fancy.
Yeah, she'll go over and I think, yeah, she says, excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hello. I'm Elvin Thaloris, and this is Brielle and Brielle and Bastion Draeven. And she's gonna gauge. She's gonna gauge if they have any reaction to hearing Bastion's name as well.
They do not.
Okay.
Yeah, no check needed. They don't seem to. They don't even recognize you. But as you say, Thaloris, and gesture, they kind of put two and two together, and the only one who does respond at all is Harold, and he says, "Oh yes, the Thaloris boy who's been working with the Drindles, I believe."
That's right.
Well, it's very nice to meet you, and he extends a hand.
Elrin will do the same. In the docket, did it say like what their roles are, just that they're council members?
He is, so the council is made up of officials who actually kind of run the empire as a whole, but then it's also made up of the local rulers of those regions.
And so he's the one of Talisford.
Yes, yeah, he represents all of Talisford here.
All right. And Seraphine, is she new to the council?
Yes, so her role as Vice Minister of Mysticism allows her a spot on the council as well, because it's expected that she will become the minister at some point.
And she's had that position for how long now? Months?
About a month.
Okay. Yeah, okay, that'll be Elrin's kind of like hook, I guess, in this. He goes, yes, I just thought I would acquaint myself with some of the people who are likely to get to know my mother a little bit better over the next little while.
Yes, I expect that that would be a good thing for you to do. I'm sure that we all have the utmost faith in her. Imagine, at this stage, creating a new position just for her sake. Sort of caused a stir in the community, if you can imagine.
A good one.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, yes. Though there are those who question. Of course, Draven has been a staple for some time, and we're all quite fond of him. Very shrewd man, but knowledgeable, capable.
It's basically what you need on a council, right?
I couldn't agree more. In fact, it was him that helped us to write the economic policies of Talisford.
God, I'm not going to be able to keep up and also talk.
That is correct.
I'll type for you because Brielle's not good at talking.
I think Elrin is also just going to acknowledge his family there. Elrin's not rude, so kind of just looks to the wife and the eldest son, and says, and how about you all? You enjoying Lyronis Day so far?
His wife immediately chimes in, and you can see she's a little bit bright-eyed. She's a little bit less rigid than a lot of these nobles are. And as she's looking around, she's like, "Oh yes, very nice. We just got in, and it's a miracle we made it on time, but very worth it to be here, right in the center of the Empire."
How were your travels?
They were a struggle a little bit. Empress here was not fond of sitting in the carriage for long periods of time, and there was some trouble on some of the roads that we had to avoid and take the long way around. But the Empire's military stepped in very quickly and dealt with these ne'er-do-wells.
Can you repeat the son's name for me?
Empress.
Empress. So this isn't one of those things that you feel was an obligation. You were looking forward to it?
Oh, very much so. Again, to be in the Emperor's presence for the Lyronis Day. He's so stoic, don't you think? And she's like looking at him admiringly.
He has such a regal nature about him.
My thoughts exactly. It just exudes power and control. Of course, much like Harold does as well. You see a little bit of flush on her cheeks.
And you all get along well with the other councilmen?
Mostly, yes. It's things get heated from time to time.
Comes with the job.
Of course, wounds have happened here and there, but by and large, why not let bygones be bygones and carry on with the duty and be the watchers of the realm we're meant to be.
It's very noble of you.
It is my calling.
I'm glad that we have people who are so dedicated to the Empire.
Well, if any of the stories I've heard of Eller and Thaloris are true, then I'm sure you don't need to be saying that to me. I've heard of some rather interesting exploits on your behalf.
Which one was your favorite?
Is it true that you fought a sea serpent in order to maintain that shipment that you brought in secret?
I guess the shipment is now like wide knowledge. Like it wasn't a quiet arrival at the docks.
A lot of people still don't know what it is.
But yeah.
But they know it came in. Anything that big that happens without word being spread openly is a point of intrigue that everyone wants to know about.
Well, actually, I wasn't the one who dealt with the sea serpent. There were other things happening around us. Pirates, actually.
Oh. And here I thought pirates were a myth.
Oh, I can assure you they're not.
Many run-ins with pirates on the open seas, then?
Here and there. And also some dwarves.
Need an insight check. Oh, damn. You see him, his simultaneously his brow twitches a little bit and it purses his lips. And he very quickly recovers, though. He goes, well, dwarves are dwarves. What difference does it make what species they are?
Oh, I mean, suppose it doesn't, but when they come after you for delivering something, that's something else entirely. That was terrifying. Although we dealt with them fairly easily.
Easily, you say?
Well, it's hard to fight back when you're attacked by a whale and a whole bunch of lightning.
I'm not sure I understand what you're telling me, but apparently you and a whale fought dwarven pirates.
Aye.
One of our companions was a druid.
Oh. Well, I'm no stranger to the natural ways of magic, but been a long time since I've met a druid who could actually change into such a form.
We faced a lot of things, as you know, from the many tales that you've heard.
Yes, and I'm starting to believe them.
Brielle and I here flew in on Wyvernback.
Mm-hmm. Took a whole ship
That
to
one is
ourselves.
true as well.
Mhm.
And I suppose that nonsense in the mountains also occurred.
Which part?
Yeah, which mountain?
You're gonna have to be more specific about which nonsense at which mountain.
Wren is going to say, though, very quickly after we bring up this topic of the mountain. Let's not mention Orindar.
He is referring to the one that is in the Empire. I'm just trying to find the name of the place again, because as I've said, my brain stopped working. El Karum.
Okay.
Something with fiends and pacts and devils attacking El Karum.
Well, there was actually something that happened here in the city.
Interesting. Well, if it's all true, then it's all true. It's very fascinating what you've been up to, Elrin.
Well, if you would like to hear any more confirmation or details of stories, I'm around.
I look forward to it. And he ushers his family forward towards the table. Yeah, he kind of moves very pointedly away from you and does not look back.
Bastion's gonna bring up through the mental connection and be like, "Hey, did anybody else catch that eyebrow twitch and the pursed lip when I mentioned dwarves?"
No?
I didn't.
No.
Damn, Rhowan, I really wish you were here. I wonder if there's something there.
I think he
Do we know
knows more
what
about
kind
them.
of? I was gonna say, do we know what kind of leaks you were trying to find there?
I don't think that was really outlined, was it? It was just that there's someone
No.
leaking information. Yeah.
He doesn't even know that it's necessarily just a leak.
Hmm.
He has reason to suspect someone on the council is operating against the Empire to some degree, whether it's just sharing information or worse.
Well, working with the dwarves of the Kingdom of Aurelia would certainly fall under a treasonous act.
Aye.
But I
I'll
don't
keep an
know
eye
if
on
it
them.
was. Don't know if it was something that was judgmental because people here are that way, or if it was something more than that. You're right. We should
Ooh,
keep an eye on it.
I wonder if I'd get the same reaction if I told him where I'm from.
That's not a bad gauge. Make sure you bring that up a bit later.
Hey, I think he might be one of the ones that I'll talk to a little bit more.
That's probably for the best since you can tell his tells.
And I can spin a tall tale?
Yeah. Just don't confuse him with whales again.
Oh, that's part of the fun.
No, you gotta explain things better.
Sometimes it's fun not knowing, but oh, I can agree. I see where you're coming from anyways.
Well, as you are mingling and observing and staying present, Rhowan is attuning to the rod, which he has now, and you know it to be the rod of Abjur's disjunction. And in fact, yes, while attuned to and carrying this rod, triggers for abjuration spells cannot occur.
It's extremely convenient.
It is a very specialized magic item that only a very high-level wizard with very purposeful intent could make.
But man, when you need it, nothing else
Yep.
substitutes.
Yup. Of course, you don't know your way around the palace, and you don't know where her office is.
Which is why, as soon as I'm attuned, I'm going to say, all right, Miss Seraphine, I have attuned to the rod of Abjur's disjunction, and I am ready to proceed. Is there a general direction you can give me for her office?
You passed the road up to the palace on your way in, did you not? And you did. I described the palace as you passed by it. Head there. You're looking for me. I will help you find it.
I'm on my way.
And as you head over there, once again, easy to traverse right now. You can see that the palace is fairly significantly guarded and regulated. However, you also know they probably are not looking for flies. You get there and you see standing just off in one of the narrower roads, Seraphine. Though, Rhowan, what is your passive perception?
23.
Yeah, I'm going to say as you draw near to her, you also notice, because you've been around her quite a bit now, it doesn't smell like her.
Gotcha.
She's standing there and makes eye contact with you, and then once you approach her, she says, right, well, I could tell you how to get there, but I feel like this will be easier. This will only be visible to you. And she touches your shoulder and casts a spell. You can see a blue line trace through the air up towards the palace and inside.
All right, I'll let you know what I find.
Very good. And she just kind of walks off. What would you like to do?
Is there anybody else around?
In this little narrow roadway, there's there's kind of people around, but you're not being observed directly.
We'll just walk past a tree or something, and then as Rhowan doesn't step out the other side, but a little fly who cast Pass Without a Trace on himself first.
Oh. Okay. Then yeah, give me your stealth check as a fly with Pass Without a Trace active.
What are you...
D&D's a wild game, my friend.
Right? Hold on, what's my stealth as a fly? I didn't open the stat sheet, but I'll get it here in a second.
One would think they'd be decent at it, but you never know.
One would.
Serafish.
Yeah, not quite Seraphine.
Plus. Okay. Plus, the total roll will be plus 15.
Great. Plus 15 is
Tower,
pretty solid. Yes, in the tower, please. Just because, don't want you changing course because of what you rolled. What's Rowan's intent here? Like, what's the intended path? How are you trying to handle this?
If this is find the path, it should show me the shortest unobstructed distance. So if it's trying to ideally, I would like it to take me up to a window that somebody didn't close.
So it will adjust to where you move. Currently, it's heading straight in those front doors. But if you were to fly up to a window, it might change.
I will try that first.
By that, you mean?
Flying towards a window.
Yeah, you fly up and over this bridge. You can see now that you wouldn't call it a moat per se, but it's like the proper structure of the palace is only really connected to the roads by 5 bridges. They're quite wide. They're quite massive bridges, but it's like you can't just approach on the ground from any direction. There is a gap that is there, and as you fly overhead, you can actually see that these gaps are military zones, that there are armed men in there. And it's almost sort of like dug out of the ground, and like it's sort of like a makeshift like barracks kind of thing that fills these gaps. And as you fly up towards the third-story window that is nearest to you, you get about a quarter of the way up towards it, and immediately you see this blue line shift to pointing in the window now. And as you follow it in, you find yourself inside what appears to be an empty bedroom. And by which I mean unoccupied, not empty of furniture. The door is open, the line follows out into the hallway, and I suppose you're going to follow that line and continue to try to avoid attention as you go. You pass a number of guards that are patrolling. They're all Radiant Guard, and they all seem to not care that this fly is here, whether they notice it or not.
Stick to the ceiling.
Yeah. You do notice that oddly there is no other insect life you're seeing as you're flying through the castle. It is rather unusual and possibly makes you nervous, maybe, about being noticed. But with your stealth roll, you go completely unnoticed. And you find yourself following this line. You go down one story and then through a large entrance hall, and then into another corridor that is quite wide. The doors on it are very thick and iron banded. And you arrive at another door that the line is going sort of down, and underneath the door, you can probably tell. You're a high enough caster. I don't think I need to play with you on this one. You can tell this door is warded. Like, it is not hidden, and that's by design. They want it very clear that anyone who enters this door without the right permission might be killed.
Let me read something. If you need to skip back to someone else for a moment.
Sure. All right. Back in the gardens. You can see that the tables have been cleared of breakfast foods at this point, and a lot of the people at the ministers' tables are kind of standing around in clumps and talking with each other. A lot of people are sort of mixing and mingling and switching groups from time to time. There's also been a slight shift in entertainment, as a lot of people have come in now to draw attention, and there's music being played. There's acrobats that are doing displaying themselves, like displaying feats of like their prowess and everything. There is one man who is juggling a scepter that is on fire at both ends, and well, some people are watching, some people are
That's what I was expecting to.
But yeah, it's becoming a little bit more lively as it approaches a little bit later in the morning. It's now about 10:30-ish, and people are sort of up to more daytime activity now. Is there anything any of you would like to specifically do while you're here?
I think Brielle is, because you said there's a whole bunch of places giving out free stuff.
Yeah, that was more so in the palace streets kind of thing. Like it's here, it's very much the palace staff that are giving things out. Everything, there are things being given out for free, food and drink and whatnot.
Yeah,
but it is the palace staff here, not like vendors who have been welcomed into the palace and who are actually compensated for everything they give out.
Got it. Okay. Because she was just going to try and see who was going where, and if anyone was like picking certain things up that were more particular than others. But I think she'll just kind of keep an ear out for like people talking like rumors or like gossip or anything like that as we're walking around. See if she can pick up people greeting each other and be like, oh, hi, so and so, like trying to pick up important names, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
In
I'm gonna use an inspiration just in case.
In a similar fashion, while we're walking around, Wren would like to be looking for like more like body language between if there's any tension between some of the notable figures that they've been given, if people are avoiding each other or more like closer, trying to schmooze with other people.
Yeah. Give me your let's call that insight.
Right.
Brielle, you're picking up on bits and pieces. You've heard a few noble names. None of them are ringing any bells. And in fact, you could communicate with Wren and find out if they're important. And
Is
they
this
really
someone
are.
important? Should we ask this person? Should we talk here?
There's a lot of like lesser nobles that are arriving now who are in for the celebration, and they kind of oversee little districts outside of the major cities, and they have a little bit of importance, so they really want to be here and be seen, but they're really not that noteworthy for any purpose you might have. You do, however, see a very tall, dark-skinned elven woman who approaches the counselors' tables and is greeted. You can hear another one of the counselors say, "Oh, Helia, good of you to be here. We didn't expect you." And you would then know it's Helia Mirvain, who you are expecting to be a problem for Seraphine and Draeven. So
yeah, Brielle over the thing will just say "Oh, Helia's wherever direction, northeast or something to where we are right now," so they can and be don't make it obvious that you're looking, but she's over there now.
Who is she talking to?
she's talking to a lesser counselor that is of no note to you.
I'm gonna keep an eye on Helia and linger in the area, and if she tries to go and talk to
Thaloris?
Yeah. Then
Okay.
Elrin would like to intercept.
Great. So with that insight, I'll give you two things here. One, there is another noble who is talking to Barascal and Aris and is looking very frustrated with him. And it seems quite tense, but literally only from one side. Barascal is basically not concerned with what this man is saying or what he's feeling. He's very much kind of brushing him off and giving very short, very pointed statements. You don't recognize this man. Or rather, sorry, you wouldn't recognize him, but he is, in fact, in your briefs from Thadridan. This would be Telford Duskrin.
Is that the man that we were directed to, or that Bastion was directed to? No,
It is the man that you think Bastion would be his type.
Oh, I totally marked down the wrong name. I put Tormund. All right, Telford. Perfect. Got it.
Bastion, it looks like your date is here.
Oh, right. Yeah, perfect. Never done this one before.
You look sharp.
You're smart
Thank
now.
you. That's true. I meant to say both of you look absolutely beautiful. Rhowan, dashing. Sorry, had to get that out of there.
Thank you.
So, how do you hit on guys?
You do. Oh, actually, I want to hear what Brielle was.
You actually, before Brielle even gets a chance to speak, you hear the voice of Seraphine.
Oh, no, she's in this. Oh, God.
Yep, she's been listening to all of this. You simply move into their space and breathe softly on them.
Oh, right. That seems
Maybe
intimate.
smooth out their clothing a little bit around the neck.
Perfect. All right. Well,
I didn't
we'll
do
see how
any of
this
that.
goes. Maybe I'll just do the Brielle special and be me.
Yeah. Always works for me.
Really?
You could pretend to be like me.
Oh, I
That'll
don't think
work.
I'll be doing that one.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't
Just-
pull it off.
Just ask them about themselves and make them feel special.
That is actually not bad advice.
All right.
And the more that you get them to talk about you, the less you have to talk about yourself, and you won't flub it up.
And if all
All
else
right.
fails, just accidentally touch his genitals.
Again, I haven't tried that one.
Are you sure
I haven't
about that?
needed to. Me? Yeah. Oh no, I'm very sure I haven't done that. Well, okay, I've done
Not-
it now, but like that was like
Not
after,
accidentally.
not with
wasn't-
everyone.
It wasn't
Yeah.
an accident, though.
No.
True. All right.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Girl's like beet red now, and her hair's blowing a little. 'Cause she's embarrassed. She's like, "Oh God, Seraphine knows I slept with my boyfriend."
Oh, yeah, there's
Oh.
guards. I should probably focus. Sorry.
All right. That gave me the confidence I needed. I'll be fine.
He'll be fine.
I'm gonna smack Bastion on the butt as he leaves.
Oh God. Oh, great. Thanks for that.
You got this.
All right. We're actually past break time. Why don't we take a little break? We can make our plan of attack here. We'll come back to Rhowan in the palace, Bastion on his date, and I suspect maybe Wren and Brielle might be trying to intervene with Helium or Bane. So grab your snacks and drinks, do what you got to do. We'll be back in just a few. Welcome back. All right. Well, we have a few things that are happening about the same time. Who would like to go first?
I want to
Alright,
watch
Rhowan.
the Bastion scene.
No!
Yeah,
It's Rhowan
I
first.
wanna watch Bastion scene.
All in favor?
Oh God.
Go flirt,
Rowan.
Bastion.
Thank God. Yes.
I'm gonna give him a minute to prep.
Thank you.
What
Use
would you
2
like to do
fingers.
as you approach this this warded door?
I'd like to take 2 fingers and
Go on.
I'd like to like buzz around the edges and like it's double doors or
It's
big
one
door.
big door, yeah, one big iron banded door.
and like around the bottom especially to see if there's anywhere that I can just like get like little tiny fly eyeball line of sight to the other side on.
You can absolutely at the bottom. You could get underneath it, no issue as a fly.
Oh, in which case if I can fit underneath it, I'll just right underneath.
Yeah, you crawl underneath, and fortunately for you, the rod that you're carrying works. And the ward on the door does not activate. It cannot be triggered by you. Of course, if somebody else were to walk by and touch that door in that exact moment, Rhowan would
That'd
die.
be very unfortunate for both of us, but
Yeah, but that's not going to happen. Actually, you might not die. You just get hurt really bad and then probably arrested and then probably killed. So anyway,
I have my ways. This one hit point of armor I've got from the fly is going to make the difference.
It might. You never know. What's that put your total up to?
112.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. You might just do it. This damage caps out at 111. So
Oh, yeah, perfect. Made it easy.
but yeah, you crawl underneath, and inside is a very opulent study. It has a fireplace at the back. There are bookshelves lining most of the walls. Very big, open, like big window, not open, but the curtains are drawn. You can see outside. There are a couple of small desks, not small, but smaller than the main one, and quite fancy looking as well. Chairs and everything that are like really plush leather. But the main desk near the fireplace is obvious, and you can see it's got a number of things on top of it, all of it like organized into very neat, particular piles. All of the right angles kind of match up. Looks a little bit like a pretty heavily OCD desk. But you do not see anything that stands out to you as like her Imperial expense ledger at first glance.
Am I excuse me, was I being guided to the object or was I being guided to the room?
So the blue line is going over around to the front of the desk.
In which case I will continue to follow the blue line and I'll just get on the intercom and be like, I'm in a very nice study that item worked to treat.
Yeah, you can see that this blue line goes directly into the central drawer at the top of the desk, which is closed and appears to have a locking mechanism on it.
All right. It appears that I am alone in this room.
It does, yes. Yeah, the room is vacant.
It's like, hey, Seraphine, should I be worried about scrying sensors in here?
Under normal circumstances, I would say probably, but I don't think she's busy scrying at the moment.
All right. I guess I will probably need to come out of wild shape. Can't
It would be hard to open the drawer without it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then I will be me again.
Yeah, you change back into your sylvan shape. And from where you're standing now, looking around, you actually get the sense, like it's faint, but you almost feel like this arcane hum in the room, and you can feel like the rod itself appears to be activated at this exact moment. There seems to be many points around this room where there are significant spells.
My one enemy, a locked drawer. Yeah. I mean, I'm not a rogue. I may need a moment.
Okay.
To review my options.
All right. Is anything you want to get out of the way while you're here, or should I switch over?
She said there is a locking mechanism. I'm assuming she didn't like leave the keys on a hook by the door.
Make a perception check.
Yeah. You never know.
You never know. Not a great perception check.
I got inspiration.
Would you like to use it?
I would.
All right.
And I think I'm destined to succeed as well.
That will actually push you over. Yeah, you look around a little bit. No, the keys aren't hanging on the door. They're not on top of her desk. But you kind of do a circle of the room. And as you look around, you actually notice that one of the assistant's desk drawers, top right, is ajar a little bit. You see keys inside there.
Yoink.
Yeah, you were able to take those keys over to the main desk and unlock it and open up that top drawer. Immediately, there's no question in your mind. There is a very large, very sophisticatedly gilded and designed ledger that is on top in the center of the drawer. Again, placed so perfectly dead center with the exact same, like, all the lines line up. You can see there's writing utensils to the right, and also like they're all exactly like 1 inch apart. They're all exactly at the same angle. And on the left, there's a number of pieces of paper that are all stacked up and ready for use. And welcome in, Bards.
Yeah, I guess I'll get. Is it possible to open this book without moving it? Like, do I need to take it out of the drawer to open it?
You could open it up without removing it from the drawer for
I
sure.
think the less things I can move, the better.
That is sound reasoning, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'll open it up and look for the page dated to the thing Seraphine is looking for.
Give me an investigation check.
Oh boy.
Yep.
I think the gravity of the moon is helping me turn to the right page as well.
Interesting. Moon gravity. Okay. You're looking through it and you're seeing a lot of purchases, a lot of expenses. Everything is like dated and notated very carefully. But as Rowan's looking through it, he realizes he knows fucking nothing about economics and he has no idea what he's looking for.
Yeah. Like so I'm in the office. I found the book, Miss Seraphine. Economics is not in my wheelhouse. Is there anything in particular I'm looking for?
Are there any particularly large purchases made with Imperial funds over the last 2 weeks?
Right, checking.
And as you look through, I'll let you use perception now that you've been told what to look for. You're not digging for information. You're just trying to find it.
Big number in fund source, Imperial. Skills, perception.
Yeah. With a 21 there, you are able to find a page that has a recent purchase of a large shipment coming in from who knows where. It's literally a what's the word I'm looking for? So in metalsmithing, hey Brielle, if Megan actually knows anything,
Do I? No, Greg's my
I mean, I
guy.
might be able to help.
Yeah, Greg's the person I ask.
so something you would use to like help bind alloys. There's like a term for it, like not accelerant, but like something that.
Yeah, no, I actually know what you mean too.
To Google.
That's what I'm doing.
But either way, you find a
Which one?
extremely large purchase of a substance that is used in metalwork, and in this kind of quantity, you expect that they might be wanting to make tens of thousands of objects out of metal in the near future. It's really unclear, and but either way, it's a massive purchase that's being shipped in on short notice and is meant to be stored here in the capital until it is needed.
I will relay that.
And as you do, Seraphine kind of gives you a one moment. And for those who are in the gardens at this moment, because you're all in communication with each other, you're aware that this is all happening right now, you can actually see Seraphine lean over and whisper something to Draeven. He whispers back to her, and she just very pointedly says, "That's exactly it. Thank you."
Good job, Rhowan.
Hey, thanks. Also, one of her assistants left their desk unlocked with the keys in it. I'm going to put them back unless you tell me not to or want to know which assistant could be so careless.
There's another moment of pause as an exchange happens between the two. And she comes back with, "It would be very pertinent to know which assistant would be so careless with the minister's things."
Is there a name tag or...
Yeah.
This diary, this ledger is property of,
Yeah, no, you definitely are able to find like information about the person. In fact, when you open up their drawer, you can see that they've got a ledger with their name on the inside of it. It is Juliana Eldor.
Sorry, Juliana.
And fuck off, Vix.
It's true.
I have access to it. I just don't use it because I don't care. I'm a figurehead. I don't run anything here. So you're able to relay that back, and you're able to put things away. I will let you keep your stealth check for how you're putting things away, because I think that 30 should be rewarded. I think you're able to put everything back exactly the way you found it. And what's next for Rhowan? Back into a fly?
I think so, and then back out, and guess I'll drop off the who's a what's it back at the pad, and
it is a bit of a
hang on
walk
to it
back
for
there.
now.
Not hold on to it for now. I don't think she's in a rush to have it returned to a drawer.
Okay.
But we'll shift gears. Bastion, how would you like to start flirting with this gentleman?
Oh God.
So, so Talford Duskren, his family is being suspected of maybe being a leak, maybe worse. You need information from him, and you know that you're his type. What would you like to do with this information?
Is he with anybody right now?
He is currently having a one-sided argument with Bariscal and Aris.
Right. Okay. Does he? But does he have like any retinue or family near him or anything like that?
Not near him. No. In fact, his family you guys spoke with, like the entourage that kind of came in. That's his family. He is not the he's not the counselor. He is a person of, well, to you, unknown employment, and but he is someone of note within the family. He is Harold's brother, and he certainly is a noble who has some influence. But no, he's currently on his own, and he is he's trying to argue at Bariscal, who is very much not caring.
Okay. God. Okay. I got a couple different things I could do, I guess.
Let's hear it.
There's people wandering around with like champagne and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. He's gonna grab a couple of glasses of those.
Okay.
And he's going to very pointedly kind of weave, walking behind Bariscal. And just try to kind of like look over, pretend like he's just doing it accidental and catch this guy's eye and just be like,
give me a persuasion check. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. That will absolutely do it. With a 20 total. You see his attention go to Bastion, and then you're actually, as you're drawing near, you're able to overhear, and he says, look, I'm not asking you to give away secrets. Just let me in on what you're doing. I know there's a valuable mineral coming in. I'll talk to Seraphine myself. And then he steps away from him, sighs, kind of looks down and brushes his hair back, and then looks at Bastion.
Oh, hello there. I don't believe we've had the chance to meet.
No, I don't think we have. You're not a counselor.
Oh, absolutely not. You seem like the type who likes a little bit of fun. Were you here earlier today?
I've only just arrived, and you can see he looks around. And I suppose a little bit of fun from now and then is enjoyed. Of course, I have certain obligations as a noble.
Of course. No, I was just saying. I don't know if you've already heard through the grapevine. I suppose I'm a little bit of a celebrity. I just got back into the palace from being kicked out.
that was you.
That was me.
You know, I was almost kicked out myself one time.
Oh?
Well, a few years back, on a day not unlike today, a Lyronis day. Well, a couple of partygoers happened upon me in the hedge maze with certain young noblemen.
Oh, is that so? I was looking at the hedge maze. It looks quite a lot of fun.
Oh, it can be. And, well, if you know certain nooks, of course, you have to be careful, as I learned 6 years ago.
Of course, I'm sure it carries a lot of secrets.
If those hedges could talk, I assure you I would never be welcomed back. Rhowan goes in immediately.
Yeah. He's like, oh my god, it's a treasure trove.
All right, Sister Dish, what do you know? I heard there's some pretty juicy shit that goes on in here. A little grapevine told me.
A little grapevine told me. Nice.
I heard it from the grapevine.
Well, I'm always looking for a little bit of fun. It's I'm trying to make some connections. Well, I'm here as well. Who knows when I get kicked out next, anyways.
Oh, come now. If you manage to have your sentence reversed, you must know someone powerful.
I have a few acquaintances, but well, I don't feel as though they're using me to the best of their ability. In multiple ways. I'm very good with what I do and what I have done in the past. People look down on a simple boy from Renair.
Yeah, you can see him smirk at that.
And he's gonna call him out. He's gonna be like, "That's exactly the reaction."
Well, it's not every day someone from Renair actually finds himself on palace grounds. It's an oddity.
An oddity, and you can use that. I have used that already.
He reaches out to take one of the glasses of champagne from you and sips it without breaking eye contact. And is that what you want? You want to be used?
I find the tool is happiest when it's used.
Oh, damn. Okay, persuasion check.
I will use inspiration if I have to.
It is a sliding scale, so you have hit a success. It's up to you if you want to push.
I will absolutely use it. I got 2 of them. Why not?
That will absolutely push you up into a total success. He will loop his arm in yours and say, "Walk with me," and you start walking in the direction of the hedge maze. And as you're walking, he says, "So tell me, who sponsored your appeal?"
Oh, come on now. It's no fun in just letting all the secrets slip out.
Well, I'm trying to gauge just how useful this tool can be.
Well, the Drindles, for one.
No shit. And?
You can get that a little bit later, can't you?
Interesting. You draw my attention and then you pull back. What kind of game are you trying to play with me?
It's the fun of the chase, is it not?
Well, I suppose you have a point.
Now, you tell me. A tool likes to be used, but only by a skillful hand.
I think you'll find few hands more skillful than mine.
That remains to be seen, but I look forward to finding out.
Well, Then perhaps I'll tell you that it was, in fact, the pleading of the Emperor's fourth son that allowed me to be excused from punishment the last time I was discovered in the hedge maze.
Interesting. Some connections yourself.
Well, not entirely. Just a bit of fun. But it was those skillful hands that got me such high praise.
I see, I see. Is it mostly these little noble boys that you deal with?
Mostly. Running in the circles I'm in, it's hard to meet suitable acquaintances outside of that.
I do wonder if you'll be able to handle the rougher sort.
Oh, I've handled rougher sorts. And I've been handled by them as well.
I believe it.
Come now, don't leave me in suspense. Who was the other sponsor? Was it Thaloris?
What was his name again? I'm drawing a blank.
Talford Duskrin?
No, the
No,
Inaris.
the-
Inaris.
Oh, Draebar Inaris.
Draeven. Surprisingly, no. Though I do know that family fairly well. It was Draeven Naris. Don't worry,
Really?
he hasn't gotten his claws in on me yet.
Well, that is terribly shocking that he hasn't. But really, I shouldn't say anything at all.
Oh, please.
Well, you saw me speaking with his father a moment ago. I'm sure you caught the gist of what was happening. The man looks down on me. He's trying to keep me completely in the dark about whatever it is he's up to. Draeven doesn't even know, and he and I have been close for some time. Very close at other times.
Huh.
So
It's a shame.
So you're in the circle then?
I am in many circles.
So then you must know Thrun as well.
I know of them.
I'm trying to figure out what he takes away from that statement.
I am so in above my head. Holy shit.
You have wandered well into the deep end at this point, that is for sure.
It's okay, I got a
Doing
whole monster
great.
ready.
Touch his collar. Put his hair behind his ear.
Breathe softly upon him.
So I do want to ask Greg in this moment. You do recall who that is, right?
No. He's not in my notes, and I did look through them.
You were told by Wren that Rune is what Draevar called himself.
Oh, right. Yes, yeah. And that's who we were supposed to meet. Yes, okay.
So, as you say, you know of them. He kind of tilts his head and he goes, "Oh, perhaps you're not in at all then. Shame."
Oh, come now. I'm working very closely with him.
Sorry, say that again?
I'm working very closely with him.
That would explain why he...
You have to be
And-
very careful with who you say you know here.
Make a deception check. You're not really deceiving him, but you're kind of
Yeah.
obstructing the truth all the same. That's a good roll. You're not wrong there. I applaud your caution. Thrun and I have been through a lot together. well, our operations overlap a little bit. We should perhaps talk business, but perhaps after our leisurely stroll.
I find it's always better to get business out of the way first. Then you can find a better release the rest of the time.
Nice play on words. I'm not going to make you roll for that one. Suppose you have a point. He walks you into the hedge maze, and you kind of stroll through here. It's clear after maybe only 30 seconds or so, this guy has the maze memorized.
You would.
And as you walk for a little while, he eventually takes you into one particular corner where it's just a dead end that's around multiple turns. And when he does, he throws up a silence spell that covers the entrance to the area. All right. It's safe to talk here, he says, as he steps into your space. Your hips are
Bastion is
mere
going
centimeters
to-
apart.
Bastion is going to let out a little bit of a hitched breath as he gets close.
Give me a performance check. Remember the safe word, Bastion.
There is not one. Lurkothia, Lurkothia.
You do that, and he goes, "Come on, I thought you were the rugged type. I didn't think you would have to play fop for me." And he places a hand on your hip.
Of course, of course. You wouldn't
What
be
it-
thrown by that ruse.
I've brought enough young, inexperienced nobles here to know when I'm being played. I'm not getting under your skin at all yet. But that's okay. Keep pushing. And as he says that, hips touch. So tell me the nature of your business with Thrun.
Can I just say, when the hips touch, Bastion does not move an inch back.
Good move.
Sorry, so what was the question?
What is the nature of your business with Thrun?
Well, something that I've done for a few different people, though usually via ship for myself. We are bringing something to somewhere else.
That's about as vague as you could put smuggling, but I appreciate it. And do you have much reason to pass through Telesford?
Do we?
I mean, that's up
It
to you.
goes-
I can't tell you your intent.
I'm sure we could make a detour.
Oh, I was thinking more of a ongoing basis sort of thing. I, of course, have goods that need to be moved on occasion.
Oh, well. That I could help with. Might not be me personally at all times, but
And your men are trustworthy?
absolutely. I only hire the crazy ones.
Well, I see why Thrun likes you. So, you've got trustworthy, rugged men under your command, ships that can move product, and let me guess, questionable morals.
It's like you know who I am already.
How questionable.
How would he answer that?
Is there a hesitation as he thinks?
I think a little bit, yeah.
And he says, he adds on to it when you pause. How far would you be willing to go to become insanely wealthy?
Wealth is one thing, but power is another. They can be similar, but
Many would say wealth is power.
not all the time.
All right. Bastion, the oddity. What power do you seek?
I'd say the power to take care of me and mine.
It seems like you're doing that rather well already.
Oh, I find myself in a shortfall plenty of times already. But I'm working on it. And my circle keeps on growing. So I need more power to do so. And there's quite a few things I would do for that. There's a few things I wouldn't. But that list grows fewer the more people get added.
Interesting. Well, let's get specific. If I were to ask you to do me a little favor, visit a dock that isn't exactly public. Allow me to move some goods off of your ship and not ask questions. What would you want in return? Aside from the obvious, and he says that as he presses into you again.
I need to know what sort of goods. You don't have to be specific, but an idea.
Something incredibly sensitive. Something that would land someone in prison the rest of their life if they're lucky. Something going to people who aren't so hindered by the traditional views of the Empire.
I could be interested in that.
Good.
As for a price, let me think on that one.
All right. How long do you need to think?
Not very, but I also don't quite know what's in your capabilities.
That's fair. I don't have a name behind me that strikes fear into the hearts of the lesser nobles like Draeven, Elrin.
Elrin. Fear?
Nobody fears Elrin, but nobody's spoken up against him because of his fucking mother.
She's a treat.
It's a treat that I have been on the wrong side of for quite some time.
And why is that?
Unconventional ways of thinking.
She is fairly rigid.
She is rather unmoving in her fervor for the Emperor and his ways.
Well, as you know, we from Renair give or take for the Empire.
Yes, you've been under their thumb for quite some time. Some of us would even say perhaps it's time for a regime change.
Some would. Well, if you're at the point where you can talk about that sort of thing, I think I have an idea, at least a base idea, as to what I might be able to ask for you. So, leave it with me for now. I won't be long.
Well, you know where to find me, and I hope you will soon.
Of course.
He just pushes you away at the chest. If you keep me waiting, I will have to take revenge. And he strolls on away from you.
All right, Bastion's going to try to get his way out.
How would you like to accomplish that?
The temptation to just use fucking lightning.
Thunderstep.
Yeah, thunderstep out of there. Bam. He will try to. Did this guy go back the way that we came in? Or
Yes,
did
you
he-
could follow him
Okay.
if you would like to.
No, he's not gonna do that. He's gonna try to figure out the maze.
Give me an intelligence check then.
Okay. Just intelligence?
Yeah,
Whoops. Ignore that.
not bad. Yeah, you paid attention when you came in. You took note of the turns you took, and reversing it, you're able to find your way out. Of course, you delay a little bit to kind of let him get ahead of you, and it's not awkward with you just walking behind him the whole way out. When you do get back out into the open gardens, you can see that he is talking with another young nobleman who looks pretty new, let's say.
Bastion's going to reach out mentally and just be like, "Hey, so, mission was, I think, a great success. Telford might be our person. He's certainly dealing with something sketchy and may or may not have mentioned wanting a possible regime change."
No, just because we've gotten some names confused, Telford is
Yes.
one of the ones that Wren is investigating, not one of the ones that is running.
Yes. Yes. You were asked to investigate the Duskren household. Harold being the head of it, Telford is his brother.
Are you getting that mixed up again?
Nope.
Okay, I thought this was the Telmere person, but all right.
You
So,
thought it was the what?
Grayson
the
Telmere related to him.
No, this one was Telford Duskren.
Yeah, it's not Grayson Telmere.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
I don't even have that name on my list, so I have to change things here.
Yeah, because I gave you the head of the household, but you were asked to investigate the two households because they don't know
So
where
a
the
little
leaks
bit
are.
Yeah, but I had Telmere as a name.
Grace and Talmir is one of
The other house.
people you're
Yeah,
investigating. It's
he's
the other house.
from Humbrook.
Different person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
So you said
okay.
a regime change was the last thing you said?
Yeah, he said might be time for a regime change when I brought up once again that I was from Renair.
Interesting that Seraphine knows that now.
Yep. I mean, it's kind of on their side. He didn't quite have too many nice things to say about your mother either. Sorry, Seraphine.
Oh, I don't care about that little fucking worm.
I figured.
Do you know what kind of sketchy stuff he's into?
Well, he did offer me a job in transporting something from a something of a something in a nondescript dock that could be enough to get somebody arrested. So if we need proof, I can try to take him up on that, and we can possibly set up a ambush from the guards. There's options there.
At any point, did you think to ask him what one of the somethings were? There were 3, you said.
I did ask.
You just didn't want to tell you?
He wasn't very open about it. Yeah, honestly, I was surprised I got the information that I did. Mostly, I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to be something like... Yeah, I wanted to see how bad it was. This seems more like an item than anything.
Like an item like we're taking for...
Could be, I don't quite know. But either
Well,
way.
I mean, if he wants a regime change, go with the guy that doesn't want the Empire.
Exactly.
Damn. Did you kiss him? You could have probably got more information if you kissed him.
I didn't actually. I didn't have to do that one. I'm too charming.
No, you probably would have got one of the somethings.
Well, you shut up, Shanks. Shut up. Well, I didn't, and I think I got quite enough information out of him.
Between between that and the look that you noticed earlier, I feel like we have a pretty good lead.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially.
That we have to be thorough. Check both families.
Absolutely. Though, if it's all the same to you, I might actually get a drink.
Totally reasonable. So let's cut back a little bit. Wren and Brielle, you were watching Helia Mirvain, who was conversing with one of the other counselors at the table. And just as you see Seraphine and Draeven sort of converging on each other and having that whispered conversation, you see Helia take her opportunity and quickly moves down the table.
Hell yeah.
Quick killer!
This tall, elegant, dark-skinned elvish woman stops dead and turns to look at you, and you can see distaste written all over her face. Yes?
Hi. Have I ever met this woman before? With Draven being on the council for so long?
Most likely, yes. You've been made to interact with her amicably at some gathering at some point. You may have even been asked to investigate her in the past or look into certain things, but nothing has stuck. Draven despises her, and she despises Draeven. But they work together, and they're trying to keep that more or less a secret, while they both vie for the attention of Lyronis.
So when we say Helia of Redmont, is it like the other titles where she's like the counselor of Redmont then? Or does she have a specific trade title?
So yes, like Draeven, she is technically the head of Redmont. He is technically the head of Eldralis. However, currently the running of the day-to-day operations for both of them are under someone else's care, as they both perform roles on the council separate from that.
How are things in Redmont?
They're well.
You know, I had the pleasure of seeing some of your fighters while I was abroad.
Is that so?
Yes, they were pretty impressive.
We come from sturdier stock in Redmont. I'm sure the finery of Eldralis has dulled your senses.
Well, I haven't been there in a while. I've actually been roughing it in Cadence.
Yes, I nearly forgot. You've been busy roughing it with Wilton Drindle out in Cadence.
Can Brielle insight check what that means? Because she kind of understands this stuff now. Like, are you...
It isn't actually sexual, but yes, you can make an insight check.
No, she just wants to see if she's like being... in a way, like, are you being mean to Elrin because you're Elrin, like, their son? Insight?
Yeah, you totally catch the meaning of this. She's trying to imply that the Seraphine and Draeven are using Elrin to suck up to the Drindle family.
Got it.
Well, Wilton and I pair quite well, and we've done a pretty good job at being mutually beneficial. I'm sure you can understand that.
Yes, absolutely. The oddity of the Drindle family and the oddity of the Thaloris family working together to bring your parents closer together.
Well, doesn't that show our work ethic, that our standing with other people and their opinions doesn't sway us from doing good?
Yes, and I'm sure you've worked Drindle quite well in your time away.
Drindle works us. We work for him.
Oh, I apologize. My mistake. I'm sure you've had your fill of Drindle.
Sometimes, but not a lot.
You can see a very self-satisfied smile spread on her lips.
Oh, this is Brielle, by the way. Brielle Umberglow
Nice to meet you.
of the Phoenix Forge.
Yep.
Oh, working class. What a scandal.
Well, she's at the same party as you, right?
Yes, under very special circumstances, I imagine. I actually received an invitation. Did you, Brielle? Did you, Elwyn, in fact?
Did I? I don't know.
You didn't.
No. Technically no. But like Brielle's nervous and you can hear it in her voice. And she's like, but obviously we showed that we were good at what we do and that we're worthy to be here and that, you know, they honor us and respect us and think we're hard workers just like you. So we deserve a spot here too. It's a fun day. Everyone's supposed to enjoy themselves.
I couldn't agree more. Excuse me while I attempt to do that. And she moves to step away from you.
I'm so sorry, Wren. I'm so sorry. I fucked that up, didn't I? In her head.
Is there something you'd like to do?
I'm trying to
Spill a
think.
drink, spill a drink, spill a drink.
That's what I was considering.
It's okay. The dress, we can spill it on the dress.
Stab her.
Is she holding a drink?
She is not.
Yeah, I would like to spill a drink, but I'm not trying to spill it all over her. I'm trying to like I drop it in a way that I want it to kind of splash up from the ground at her, kind of causing a little bit of a spectacle. And can I make it look like she kind of bumped it from me because I was told not to be the center of a spectacle?
This is a tall order.
Okay.
It's going to require a sleight of hand,
Okay.
and it's going to require, gosh, I'm going to call it a dexterity-based attack roll with disadvantage. You have something, David?
Where's Rhowan during this? Am I back yet? And is Brielle?
No,
These are all
these
happening
three
at the
things were all
Yeah.
happening simultaneously. So
Then is Brielle providing flanking?
she is not.
Let's wait. I have to read something.
I don't think this person is that intimidated by Brielle enough to give flanking or sneak attack.
She's not.
You guys are talking about Wren. I think she'll be fine. Okay. You said a dexterity base attack.
Attack roll with disadvantage. So you are not directly attacking her, you're trying to ricochet it off the ground at her.
Okay. Can I use my inspiration to make that a flat roll?
That's good.
Absolutely.
And you said sleight of hand.
Sleight
Can
of
I do
hand
that?
first.
Can I do that in the open?
Yeah, you can do it in the open.
I'm going to use my psionic die. So there's a
Okay.
4.
So a 4 on top of that. You've burned a lot of those today.
Yep. Ooh, but my reliable talent.
Fortunately, with your reliable talent and your psionic die, that natural 1 becomes a 19 plus 4, 23, which will
It's wild.
meet the DC.
Rogues are the best.
And a 23.
That
for
was
my-
very much nearly below her armor class. Oh my god. Okay. She goes to step around you very pointedly, and you can see she's headed towards Ilaria Strindle. And as that happens, Wren, somehow without being obvious about it, you somehow are in her path. It's strange because she just stepped around you.
Can I make it so that she has stepped on? Because I'm wearing this like long cloak. Can I
Yeah.
make it so that it kind of seems like she tugs me in a way that like I let go of the glass?
Yeah, absolutely.
Smart.
And she sort of steps up on your cloak, and you are pulled towards her, and that glass goes down, and she goes down. And as soon as the glass hits the ground, you can see the red wine inside splashes up and covers her elegant white gown in red stains. Just moments before, or rather like an instant before, her body actually collides with the ground and leaves brown stains all over it as well. There's an audible oof as she hits, and everyone around you immediately turns to see her. And there is also a very clear smudge of footprint on your cloak.
Can I also, this might be another tall order, because I'm wearing my glamored armor, can I make it look like I also have been splashed with this red wine now?
Do you want to also make yourself a spectacle?
I kind of want it to be like on lower on my pants, just to make sure that we're both kind of victims of this instance.
Changing your magical armor in front of people who have turned to look at you is indeed a tall order.
Okay. If it's not possible, I'll leave it. We can leave it at that.
Okay.
Brielle, I think it just to Wren quickly is just gonna say, would it be embarrassing if a commoner helped her up?
Help her up.
And Brielle's just gonna reach a hand down to her and be like, are you okay? Do you need help?
You can see, actually give me an insight check it's a pretty low DC, but she looks up at Brielle as she offers her a hand and asks if she's okay. Oh yeah. You see a momentary flash of absolute loathe as she looks at you and then has to calm her emotions. And as she tries to get up in this very tight fitting gown, she finds herself incapable and actually takes your hand. And you can hear from the nearest table, there's a combination of people praising Brielle and people snickering about what just happened to Helia. She gets up and as soon as she's up, she very subtly, but you feel it at the very least, she bats your hand away a little bit, and she goes to like smooth herself out, and her gown is fucked.
Can we get some help over here? And she's going to call like 3 servants over.
Three of the nearby servants come running over, and they immediately are trying to like help her out, and she's like, she doesn't want this. But then her own staff also comes over to see if she's okay, and before long, it's just a fucking huddle of people trying to help her while she's very much trying to control herself.
Back, I think, away from this scene a little bit.
I think Brielle will just try and make it seem like she's really concerned, to be like, make sure she took a really bad tumble, so make sure you check her knees for scrapes. But you're in good hands. And then she's just gonna like leave with Halrin.
I'm gonna ask for a performance check from Brielle.
Sure. I mean, Brielle actually genuinely probably needs it, but out in the open?
No, for sure. But it's a matter of you can.
That's okay. Open. Don't worry.
It's a matter of how much more attention she draws.
Well,
and it's enough. You can see that as the huddle kind of grows a little bit bigger, there's people all over. One of her servants comes up and starts using magic to clean her off, and it's very apparent. However, as this whole distraction is happening, you can see Draeven and Seraphine and Lyronis now walking past them, and Seraphine very pointedly says, "Oh, don't worry, Helia, it's happened to everyone." And
yes.
She immediately just shrugs off everyone and storms outside of the gardens.
Where is Seraphine and Draeven going?
That's a good question. Do you want to ask?
Are they going to Lyronis, though?
They're walking with her. It's the 3 of them walking.
Okay.
And they are in conversation. And this is that they were trying to sort of the spectacle has happened. They've seen her in that rough situation. Now it's like, let's walk her away from all of this and keep her attention on us. And as they're doing so, you can actually hear Seraphine in your head, first of all, says, "Great work, everyone." And Draeven now launches into what he expects the future need to be, especially with the fact that Galdorite and Runephirim is coming in high quantities, and not only do they have the exclusive rights to import Runephirim, but the igniters that they need for large-scale magic weapon production are probably going to be in high demand, so they need to start looking abroad to bring in new sources. And you can hear Ilaria say, "That's exactly what I've been talking about." And you feel very proud of like this success you've somehow managed to pull off in this early morning. You've done a great deal in this early part of the day already.
We get things done, man.
I think with them split off and Bastion has dealt. I assume that Bastion was dealing with that, and then we get the message and stuff about everything that he learned.
Yes. Yeah, that would be after that, as he's leaving the hedge maze and as Rhowan is on his way back in fly form, I guess, or whatever he's doing. Find a place to change.
Yeah, I'll find somewhere to change back into elf.
Yeah. I mean, if nothing else, the hedge maze would be a perfect place where you could block line of sight
Yeah.
and change form.
I would like to ask Brielle for a dance while we wait for everyone to regroup. And we know that Seraphine has the ear of the person that we're kind of here for. And while I'm doing that, I would like to keep an ear out or an eye out for, what was it? Arvendor? Yeah.
Yeah, Arvandor Morel.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you hit the dance floor. Why don't you both give me a performance check? As
I'm
you
gonna step on your feet. I'm gonna step on your
you
feet.
are absolutely gonna
I'm
step on
using
Ellen's.
inspiration.
Are you serious? Okay.
Yes, I don't want to hurt
she
poor
is.
Ren's
Oh,
feet.
for sure.
Oh my
He's got-
god.
Oh
You
my
still have
God.
important things to do today, but okay.
A 0.
A 0. Well, it is a 2 because she gave
I
herself
got 2.
advantage. So
Oh
it's
no,
not-
I really
not
wish you would
a
just
roll.
give her the 0 for that one.
She's never had a dance before, guys. It just makes sense.
So yes, Brielle absolutely steps on Elrin's feet a number of times. However,
Sorry.
Elrin is a very experienced dancer and has had lessons drilled into him for many, many years. And before long, he kind of has Brielle moving the way he wants her,
Just leading
regardless.
her. Yeah.
She just eventually realizes she just has to give over control completely and is just moved. Her feet aren't in the right place most of the time, but her body is. And it's not a terrible, terrible display.
Are you having fun, Brielle?
I actually am, apart from stepping on your feet so much, but this is nice. Are you having fun?
This is actually a lot more fun with all of you. I'll be honest.
Did you see her face when she got up and I gave her my hand to help her up? That was so good.
That was pretty funny.
Brielle's giggling and laughing and having a great time.
It's adorable. And as Rhowan shifts back into his Eladrin self, Bastion makes his way out, sees Brielle and Wren dancing, or Brielle and Elrin, I suppose, dancing. And actually, Bastion, I'm going to have you make a perception check for me. Wren, you were keeping an eye out for Arvandor, so I'm going to ask you to make a perception check.
I'm gonna use another inspiration on this.
Seriously? Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of party and a lot of tasks to go.
That's okay. That's okay. I believe in
Chat
people
help.
helping us.
Yup.
Bastion, unfortunately, you notice nothing other than a very, very hot Brielle dancing with Elrin.
Oops.
Hot.
I didn't press advantage on that. Sorry, just ignore me.
Okay, I will ignore you.
And now I'm just
You're just rolling dice. I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
why do I put these fucking dice down? I picked up the wrong one. You don't know? Okay. I'll just drop those then and you can ignore them.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're doing.
I said, how do I put them down? Like I was holding.
Oh, you
the
can't.
I don't know. You just drop them. Okay. Wren, you also failed to spot Arvandor, who has arrived and is nearby. But you don't know. And as the group kind of converges once more, causing an echo, I think we'll call it a night there, and
There.
you can set off on your next task next week. There you go.
Haha.
Nice.
Our druid is roguing.
Yeah, really well.
Yeah.
He did a good job, honestly.
Druids can be great at infiltration.
And then-
If
our-
I hadn't found those keys, I would have been completely boned.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you
Mhm.
could have just did the leaf method and punched it open.
Yeah, but then they'd know someone had been there.
That's the issue.